Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to do another dash cam unboxing, this time on the AZDOME M17. So this is a Wi-Fi dash cam, it has an app, and people out there reached out to me to do this unboxing install video, so here we go. So nice sleeve, and then got this nice slide out box. Here is the dash cam. So it's pretty light compared to the previous dash cam I installed on my mom's car. And so, I mean, screen's about what, 2.5 inches maybe? 2-inch screen, so it's not too big, so it won't be too much of a hindrance on your windshield. It's a nice clean little lens like that. So let's set that to the side. So this dash cam kit does come with a memory card. So the memory card should be in here somewhere. So right now, what is this? This is not a scraper. So this is a trim removal tool, and so this can be used to kind of pry the trim in your car. Typically I use a flat screwdriver. I have one here, but this tool is nice to come in the box. And then we have our adhesives for our wires to keep them organized. That's typically standard. And then we have some wipes for cleaning down your windshield to make sure that the adhesion is right. So here is the AZDOME 32GB microSD card. So I typically would use a SanDisk memory card, but since they provided this one, I will most likely use that one for sure. And then here is the car adapter. It's pretty long, so you can fit it up on the head liner of your car, down to the A-pillar, underneath your dash cam. So I bet you it's probably about 6 feet. So pretty standard with all these dash cams, and it has one it has one USB import, so we're gonna have to look at that. And then here is some adhesives mounts where the dash cam will come in and adhere to the windshield. Well, that's out of the way. Let's put the microSD card into the camera. So the slot on the microSD, or the slot on the camera for the microSD card is right there. Typically you kind of just gently press it in. If it doesn't work, flip it around. Don't want to force the SD card in. You'll hear a click. You hear that click, it's in. Definitely want to listen for the click, make sure everything's all in there. Put this to the side, you definitely might need this in the future. And so now we're gonna attach, oh, I bet you this is what makes it Wi-Fi or something. Oh, interesting. So the teeth pretty much kind of going together. You never want to force anything together, so be gentle. We're gonna hear another click. No click, so just in like that. So this dash cam is gonna go in the vehicle, not like this on your dash. It's gonna go like this on the windshield, so it should be pretty clean and hidden behind the rear view mirror. Okay, so here is the cigarette port, lighter, power source. Most older cars have these. If your car's a little bit newer, I don't know if you're gonna have one of those, so keep that in mind. But this is a 2011 Corolla, so I mean 2011 is perfect timing for this car. So that's in. Now we want to plug in the camera. And what is this, a mini USB? Yeah, it's a mini USB. So it should go in like that. And then now I'm gonna have Daniel turn on the car so we can access. Oh! So the camera is on with the car. And so as you turn on the car, the camera will turn on. As you turn it off, the camera will turn off, and we can dive into the settings and figure that out and get into details. So I'm gonna peel off the back screen. And so here on the side of the camera, there's a power button, an alert button, a button that says M, and then a record button, I'm not too sure. Then we have a little toggle option, and then I assume that's a menu. All right, so let's go into the settings. I'm gonna press the button right here on the left. Please stop recording. So this is the recording button up here. It has a picture of a little camera, so I guess you can decide when to record and when not to record. So that's a pretty cool feature. I've never seen that before in any other dash cam that I've had before. So we're gonna turn it off, and then we're gonna access our menu. So it's a pretty simple screen. You can pick your format, your loop. You can pick if you have audio, aperture, not recording. Interesting. So it's not touchscreen, but we will be able to navigate with these little arrows on the left. So there's a couple different pages. So we need to format our card first of all. So let's figure that out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get into the menu, and I'm going to go to the memory card so I can format it. And so you always want to format a memory card before you get it, just in case, because sometimes the companies have like a data, like they have some kind of data, like instructions or how to manage the files with their memory card. So I just like to go in there and format it. So we're gonna hit yes. So SD card formatting, format complete, and then that's done. So now we're gonna be in the settings. Just gonna reset them all just to start off with.
See your face in there.
That's all right. So I did not mention that this camera does have a Wi-Fi app. So if you want to do that, you can also connect via your iPhone or your Android device. So let's go to shooting format. So you can pick 720 or 1080. We're definitely gonna go with the higher quality. So that's 1080. The loop, you can pick a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or off entirely. So it could be one long clip, or it can be divided into individual clips. I like to keep it at 3 minutes. What do you want? I don't think it should matter. Let's do 3 minutes. I think 5 minutes is a little bit too long, and off entirely is definitely wrong. And then we're gonna go to audio. So this captures audio in the car with the onboard microphone. I like it because if you do get in a car accident, it kind of gives you a reaction, or if someone hits you, you can read off their license plate, and instead of trying to capture it post on camera, you can kind of just read it out. But if you're actually in the moment, who knows if you're actually gonna think of that. But do you want it on or off? On. So we're gonna keep it on. And then the aperture, I'm just gonna keep it at where it's at because I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to make it too dark or too bright. All right, so I kind of did some looking around, and I really didn't see it in the instruction booklet. So I have no clue what this is. What do you think it could be?
It's probably recorded on or off.
You think so?
Yeah.
Open ADS Wi-Fi will be turned on. I guess this is a feature that if you turn on your phone, it'll kind of link up to your phone. Not gonna worry about that. So this is sensitivity for the camera. You can set it on off, low, medium, or high. I'm just gonna keep it off because that's how it came default. Next is, what is this? Oh, parking. So this, I guess this camera comes with a parking sensor. So you can have your car off, and if something happens or something moves in front of you, the camera will sense it and it will record. So that's a cool feature I didn't know this camera had. Better than a lot of other cameras I do have. So next page, language, English. Pretty standard. The beeping on the sound of the camera. So I like to hear beeping, know when I'm recording, when I'm doing things. I'm gonna put it on high. Power save. Oh, so this is the LCD. So you can have the camera running while the car is on, or you can have it off. So I don't know, what do you want? What do you want?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So the camera will be on for 5 minutes, and then the screen will turn off after 5 minutes while you're driving. Power on and off. What the?
Timer.
But why would it be on? How is that different than that? We don't want that on, or we want to keep this off. We want to keep the power off because we don't want the camera to turn off while we're driving. 50 or 60 hertz. That's like the
screen.
Oh, okay. The brightness on the screen. Oh, flicker. Oh, okay, you're right. So that's the flicker on the screen. We'll just keep that at 50. Date. We're gonna change the date real quick. So there's the what is this, daylight savings.
24.
Stamp. Oh, do you want the stamp? Do we want the stamp of the date on the clip? Of course.
Yeah.
So it's on. And then Wi-Fi, so you can connect it to your phone if you do have the app. So we're not going to do that right now. So we're just going to have it off. Fatigue warning. Oh, what? Wow, so this will beep every couple hours to keep you awake? Holy moly. I'm going to keep that off, unless you want it on. Format SD card, we did that. Oh, it's a warning. So it'll warn you when your SD card will format. So you can change it to 30 days, 60 days, off entirely, 15 days. So let's just do off entirely.
What does it do?
So a format SD warn. So it'll warn you if you want to format your SD card.
Okay.
Do you want it off? Or do you want it, I mean, I guess it's not an issue until it happens.
Yeah.
So off entirely?
Do 60 days.
60 days. And then from an SD card, reset settings, and then FW version. So we've gone through all the settings. It was a little bit challenging, but we got through it. And so like I said again, the toggle buttons, the menu button, you select with the record button, and then I guess this M maybe for manual mode. Who knows what these are for. So now let's install the camera on the windshield. And so first thing we're gonna do, provided in the kit, there are some wipes to remove excess dirt. So there's a wet one, I guess. So we're gonna just do it in the general area. It's a little alcohol wipe, nothing special. Just soap and stuff would work as well. But I do recommend cleaning the surface before you put an adhesive anywhere. All right.
Can we put it like right under these things?
All right. Put it right there. So clean it off. So that was the wet wipe. And then there's a dry wipe. So it's the same thing, but it's dry. Want to get rid of all the excess moisture.
It's a wet wipe, but it's dry.
So this design, compared to other dash cams that I've had in the past, have a ball head point or ball head joint, or have a ball head, I don't know what to call it. But this is a fixed mount. So once you stick it, you can't really adjust it. So this is really important step right now. So we're gonna get out of this menu and we're gonna have our field of view. And the driver wants it a little bit to the right of the rear view mirror. So it's gonna be a little bit
Can you do higher than that? Like right below those black dots right there would be cool.
like right there.
Yeah. Is that good?
You want to come and put up your thing so you can see it? Look like you're driving. Act like you're driving. Look left, look right.
I can't turn it right.
Once we stick it, it's stuck. So we've decided to not put it right here on the defroster little black points. So we're gonna try to get it as middle as possible and level and straight. And so you can see a little bit of the hood, and you definitely want to see that on your dash cam. You don't want it to be pointing to the sky or down like that. So it's a sweet spot. I think the angle of this mount kind of helps you put it in the right spot. So we're gonna go right about there. And if you're at home or something, I would recommend getting in front of a car or behind a car so you can imagine or mock up how it would look driving on real road. So I'm gonna put it right there. The car is kind of, what is it? 5 feet ahead of us, typical traffic, but it's looking at us, but that looks about normal. Don't mess up the pallet. I recommend letting your driver decide where they want to put their 3M, because once it's there, it's good. It's there for good. All right.
Okay.
That should be good, dude. Bam. Okay, and so you can't really see, it's kind of dark, but that looks like a pretty good spot there for me, if you ask me. So now we can turn off the car, and now we have to deal with all this wiry mess. Where I like to start, I like to put one of these clips. This is probably what, maybe the 6th or 7th dash cam I've installed on somebody's car. So I've done quite a few. So let's actually clip one of these adhesives. Am I saying it right? Adhesives. So you kind of just stand it and it clips in pretty good. So I like to get one directly straight vertical almost to the headliner, hidden behind the rearview mirror. That's my first step, so I should actually put this back in. Think about right there.
Okay.
So that's where I like to plant my first one. So we're gonna go straight up. Go as straight as we can right there. Plant it. Bam. So, one thing that is cool about this camera, along with those Wi-Fi capabilities that we're not using right now, is this little tool. I've never had a dash cam provide a little tool with their kit. So I assume it's used to kind of go along the headliner and the A-pillar and tuck it all. Typically, if you don't have one of these, you can use a flathead screwdriver. It always works. So most headliners have a little gap right here that you've never probably even thought of, and you can kind of just grab this cable and tuck it in. And I'm actually going to use this little tool because we have it here.
Oh, okay.
All right, here, I can finish it. So we're going along the headliner right there. Next, here's the A-pillar, and so this is probably what the tool is for.
I get that's a side curtain airbag, so.
Oh, okay, got it. So that's gonna tuck. Is that okay with you? That little bit of cable?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna expose a little bit of the cable, and then we're gonna come around here, and this is a seal, right? This is what we call the seal. So this is a weather strip seal, and so these are pretty bendable. And we're just gonna go around that piece. I'm gonna tuck it in all the way around. So here's this weather strip, and we're just gonna go along the weather strip all the way down here to underneath the dash. And it should be protected with the weather strip on this side, so you don't have to worry about it being pinched or anything like that. All right, that was definitely a little bit of a challenge, but it's mainly tucked in. I got a little piece here that I'm gonna come back and touch up, but now we're gonna focus on hiding the rest of this wire right here. So on most dash, what are these called? On most glove box, there's a piece of plastic. I've hidden it here a couple times. On my truck and my brother's truck, there's a big piece of metal that kind of just zip tied too. But what I like to do is grab one of these zip ties. You can grab zip ties at the 99-cent store. Probably recommend getting them there. Pack of zip ties is $1, so definitely check them out. And so we do have extra adhesive mounts if we want to use those later on if we don't like this setup, but really only need one up there and maybe about one or two right here. So I'm gonna grab our zip tie, and we want to make this a cleanly hidden. I'm gonna grab it, tuck it underneath. Like that. Actually, no, we still use a zip tie. It's that's pretty well hidden. I don't know. This thing kind of just is like wobbling here, anyways. Bet you there's clips right here. Oh, that worked out pretty good. All right, so I didn't really use a zip tie. But yeah, so now we're gonna grab more of these adhesives. We're gonna clip them right here. Still want to make it look tight, but we don't want to stretch it out too much. What do you think you like? Like that, and then I'll do another one in here somewhere? Or do you want it kind of loose?
I want it loose.
So, we'll do one about there, and then maybe one right here where it kind of turns the corner. Okay. So we're gonna do one here. Kind of just place it like right there. We can pull the wire through. And grab another one. Oh, did you? Oh, fuck. It was my fault. So it's kind of hidden, pretty well hidden. Definitely I'm gonna have to touch up some areas like over here, down here a little bit, but that worked out pretty well. The wire was definitely long enough to work in a Toyota Corolla. Now we're just gonna go for a little drive around the parking lot and look at this footage.
Wouldn't it be ironic if we got in a car accident right now?
Yeah. So every time you do turn on the car, you will hear the camera turn on, and I like to have that feature on because sometimes you turn it on, the camera doesn't turn on for some reason. You can tell that maybe a cord came undone or something. So that's always a good feature I like to have on. But having a dash cam is really important when you're out driving or commuting every day because it can save your butt with insurance. It's happened to me plenty of times. So it's definitely worth the $60 investment or whatever investment because it will save you a lot of money down the road on your insurance.
Fly right in your car. Oh, I wouldn't submit the footage.
So now we're gonna eject the microSD card, plug it into the reader, put it into a computer, and we will watch the footage. Alright YouTube, so it's pretty simple to import your footage from your dash cam to your laptop. You simply grab a card reader. Let's see if I can find one. You grab a card reader for a microSD card. So imagine this is our SD card. It's really not, this is a different one, but you plug it into a microSD card reader. Plug that into there. Get this thing, and you plug this into one of these because I have a laptop and I don't have the cord, so I plug this into here, and then I kind of just pull up my files and I export them, so it's pretty easy. But I did want to note that the file that I exported from that card took a really long time to import and to export, because I don't know if the quality of that card that it came with is low, but the speed on it is pretty slow, so it took a long time to actually view my footage. So I would look out for that. Maybe get a ScanDisk microSD card at a 32 gigabyte size, nothing bigger or smaller, because that's what the camera recommends, so I'd definitely do that. And I also wanted to point out that the clip that I imported into Premiere right here from the dash cam didn't have audio. And so it didn't have audio on the laptop, but when I watched the clip on my phone, there was audio. So I don't know what that is, but that's pretty interesting if you ask me. But yeah, so there's audio, but it's on my phone, it's on my laptop. So I don't know if I don't know, the file doesn't show any audio on Premiere Pro. But yeah, overall the quality of the camera was pretty decent for whatever it costs, $65 around there. The links will be in the description for the camera. And yeah, definitely recommend it. It was pretty easy install. This camera does have some awesome features with Wi-Fi and stuff like that. I haven't explored those yet, but will do in the future. So yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.